Good morning, Flosstube. This is Daphne, and welcome back to my channel. Today is June 1st of 2021, and this is my update of what stitching I did in May and what my plans are for June. First, I would like to say welcome back to all my returning subscribers. It's great to have everybody here, and also welcome to any new subscribers. I hope that you find something that you like and that you keep returning every time I do a video. Like I said, this is going to be all my progress that I did in the month of May. I have one thing to haul and my plans for the month of June. So let's get started. And this is going to be in no particular order, it's just the way that I have them stacked here next to me. So first one that I worked on was this is called a Stitch in Time Holiday from Heaven and Earth Designs. The artwork is by Amy Stewart. And this is just the bottom corner of the bigger piece. And this was my Whip Go piece for May, and it was to get 10 days on this. And in those 10 days, I was able to stitch, let me get to that page, 2,318 stitches on this. And this is on 28 count Lugana, just a plain white, 1/1 using DMC. It's a little wrinkly because I pulled it out of the Q-snap and just stuck it in the bag. I don't believe it'll take this whole entire piece, but this is where I was working on. And I started in the bottom right hand corner, and I believe there's just a few little stitches up here that don't have any stitches, and there's a few mixed in along these diagonals that are not stitched in yet, because I don't have those colors. I need to check my stash before I go and buy the colors, but I can see some trees are coming in, and a couple more diagonals over I will be getting into the snowman. So what I do on this one is I'm going to be starting my diagonal on the bottom this time. So I'll go all the way up, and then my next diagonal I'll start from the top of the diagonal and work my way down. So as I'm parking my threads, when I'm working up, it'll be the first spot in the next diagonal that I see that thread. So these are all the threads that are parked for this next diagonal. And this needle minder is from the Black Needle Society. Date with your stitching box. And this one, I don't know if I'll take it out as I get stuck to it. I don't know if I'll take it out this month or not. But that is that piece there. And I'm just writing down on the back here of what colors I need, so that when I go to look through my stash, I can see if I have all the colors. So then I can just order them when and if I need them. The next piece that I did was another Whip Go piece, which was a new start. I have 5 new starts picked on my board, just random. I didn't have anything in particular of which 5 I wanted to start. It was just start 5. And this one is actually a gift for a friend. So I don't I don't have an image. It's based off a cartoon that this particular person that they enjoy. And oops, sorry about that. And it is not available on the shop anymore. Then I got it off on Etsy. And I was to do 1,000 stitches on this, and I believe I was over that. I believe I was almost 19, 18, I don't remember what it was, but I know that I was over 1,000 stitches. Because that was my WIPCO goal on all of my new starts, is 1,000 stitches on a new start in the month. So I was just working on the black. This is 22 count, and I'm doing 1/1. Just putting the needle in there. It's not going to take this whole piece, but this is where it is so far. Working over here with this black, and then once I get all the black in, there's a little bit more black over here, then I will start doing the background colors. Like I said, this is 1/1. This is over 1,000 stitches, and this, I would like to get this finished for Christmas. So we'll see when I pull it out again. I might just pull it out randomly to get some more stitches on. And the next piece that I pulled out was my boyfriend's piece, for the Game of Thrones. Don't currently have a picture with me, but it is all the characters from the TV show and the book series. This is the 4th row of pages out of, I believe there's like 8.5 rows. Might be able to bring it up really quick for you. 1/1, 25 count, DMC. And I got it on Etsy. Trying to find just the all these are and once again these are in 10 by 10 diagonals along the page. It's a lot of dark colors. And this one I'm doing the diagonals a little different. I just go top, down, top, down, top, down, and these are the parked threads, the longer pieces, and these ones here, those are my waist threads. So what I do is when I end the thread, I come over a couple diagonals away, and I just go down, and then I come back up, and then go a couple more away and come back up, and then I snip it off. And as I work through the next couple diagonals, that thread that I trailed from the back gets tied in, hidden in as I weave it in. You can kind of see the back, and move those out of the way, how the diagonal traps in the waist threads. Just because as I'm working this, I don't want to have to keep flipping it over to tie the ends in. So I do this, but then once I get to the edge, like on this edge over here, I will start bringing my lines down, or I will tie them off if by weaving them underneath in the back if there is nowhere for me to do the waist threads. And I cannot seem to get a picture to come up of this one. All the ones I seem to have are the ones from when I back up my pattern keeper. But I can always put in a picture of what this will look like when it is finished. So there's that one. I just worked a little bit on it the other day. Didn't pick it up very much this month. I think I got like 200 and something stitches in it. That's what happened. And the next piece, I've been working on a model stitch for stitching jewels. So that was taking, my mornings. I'm still working on that one. It's a bigger piece. And then just enjoying the nice weather, so it wasn't getting as much stitching time. But that's okay. Another piece that I just pulled out the other day, on Saturday, I think it was, and I hadn't touched this in a while. And I just needed something a little different. Doing a lot of full coverage pieces lately. I love the full coverage pieces, but I just wanted a break from them. So I actually pulled out this one here. This is my 3 Things sampler by Mora Blackburn. And this is what it'll look like when it is finished. I'm doing everything as called for. I believe the fabric is called for, all the DMC flosses. I believe everything is called for. Double. I'm doing it on, I believe, a 32 count. But all the information will be down below as well. This is, I was just working on it a little bit ago, so it's still in the Q snap, and we'll be working on it the rest of the day for a little bit today. But this is where it is. When I picked it up for May, I had filled in these flowers, and I did A, B, C, D, and I did this line here. I just started E today for the start of June. The flowers up here, the vine up here was done with the centers of the flowers and stems, and all the border here was done prior to this, picking this one up. I don't know how many stitches I've had on that because I wasn't counting it for anything, tracking it. I was just stitching on that. So let's go into what my plans are for June. In June, in Enchanting Stitching, they are watching Atlantis, The Lost Empire. So all the prompts are based on that movie. And one of them, the first one was based on motherhood. And if I get my fabric in time, then I'm going to be working on this piece here. I don't have, oh yes, right here. This piece here for one of my nieces. Oops, hang on one second. Turn that down. Back up again. There we go. If we can get it to not glare for you. It's a birth sampler. It says dream big, little one, that's not my great nephew, and that's just the information that was on the sampler. That will be personalized for the baby. And if my fabric comes in time, then that will be my new start for June, because in WIPGO, one of my picks was 1,000 stitches on a new start. So that would be that new start if it comes in. If not, then we'll pick something different. And then 800 stitches on a whip with words, which once again will be the 3 Things sampler. That's what the E was when I started. Piece related to leadership. I chose my teacher's piece because some teachers, provide a great mentorship for their students and also for other teachers as well. And this is where it currently is. This is 14 count, so it's 2 over 1. This one will be for a friend, so it's not as far along as the other one. And this is 1,000 stitches. So hopefully we can get some good progress on that this month. Then another one was a piece with machinery. I don't have anything with machines. So we're going to do that one. And then 200 stitches with rocks. This is going to be the piece for my best friend, because there's rocks in that piece. And then my other one was a piece with flowers. And this one here is the scent of old roses. And there's roses in along and on her as well. And this is where it is. When I pull this one out, I need to fix down here. That's the first thing that I'm going to do. And this is 2 over 2. And then a piece with plants. I'm going to use the model stitch that I'm working on. And then oldest whip will be 2,000 stitches on this one here, because this is pretty much my oldest one that I have. Started in 2000, it's either 18 or 19. I'd have to go back and look. And then pieces with any shades of blue is going to be this one here, and this is going to be a Christmas stocking. And this is where it's at. And working all in the blues, so this will be perfect for that prompt, because we had to stitch with any shade of blue for 800. So that's what we got for that one. And I believe those are all of what I have scheduled and planned to stitch. Who knows what will change, if anything changes, and if I pull something different out, that's okay too. And the other one for my Whipco pieces was my pandemic piece, and this needs to get 10 days in the month, and this is on 32 count, I think. 30 count, 1 over 1 with Mrs. Sada's silk and hydrangea. And this is where it's at, working on the second row of pages. So, pull this one out. Been missing this one, haven't worked on it in a while, so it'll be nice to get that one pulled out again. And I believe that is all that I have worked on. That's all my plans for the month. And the last thing I have is the Black Needle Society Rainbow Stitches box, subscription box, bi-monthly subscription box. This comes out every other month, and I believe there's a wait list for these as well. But I'll just quickly go through what's in this. You get the information card, and this first one that I pulled out is a rainbow statement scarf. I'll insert a picture because it's kind of big. There's Science is Real, Black Lives Matter, No Human is Illegal, Love is Love, and women's rights are human rights, and kindness is everything. But I'll put in a picture because it is kind of big to show. But it is nice, really soft. And then there's the fabric, the huge fabric from Fortnite Fabrics. This is a 32 count linen. It's just very pretty, all different colors. And then we got some finishing fabric, and there's 3 different teas. There's Amy Tea House, which is a green tea. Fred Tea Mercury, it's a raspberry tea. And RGB tea is a lemon ginseng green tea. And then we also got the floss, and it's Silks for You, May Pride. It's nice and soft. It's 8 meters. There's a face mask. There was Pip stickers, coffee and donuts, quilting peels. You can use these to roll up your fabric when you're stitching in hand, or to roll up to put it on your, keep your fabric out of the way when you're stitching in a hoop or in a Q-snap. There's also a notepad that says use your voice. Excuse me. And then there was also fruit medley popcorn, and the exclusive needle minder, which is a bobbin with different color rainbow flosses, and it says stitch with all the colors. Then there's a metal rainbow heart spoon you can use to mix teas. And then there's this pattern from Stitcherovia, Be Kind Always. And they also give you 3 different colors to use for skin, which was nice. So I know a lot of people are changing skin colors on pieces to be inclusive. So that is all of those, and that is all that is in that box. That is all I have for you today. I hope that everybody has a great stitching month, and I hope everybody enjoys what they're stitching. If you don't enjoy what you're stitching, maybe put it aside and pick out another piece that is bringing you joy, or start a new piece that's hopefully will bring you joy. And with that, I say bye everyone.